John Chapman, known as Johnny Appleseed, was born in Leominster, Massachusetts in 1774. He lived on a farm surrounded by apple trees. He loved those trees and he also loved animals. He would never harm any creature. In fact, his neighbors would often bring sick or injured animals to him to nurse back to health. One day, just after Johnny had finished picking a sack of apples, a pioneer stopped by the farm with a rabbit who'd been caught in a trap.
I heard you like to care for critters like this fella here. Sure, if you hold the sack of apples, I'll take a look at them. These apples are beautiful. I haven't seen apples like this in a long time. You must not be from around here. This apple's growing as far as the eye can see. I used to build a house in Ohio Territory. I had to come east for supplies. We don't have apples in Ohio. You can keep that whole sack of apples under one condition. What's that? Promise me you'll save the seeds and plant them when you get home. It's a deal.
The pioneer went off with his sack of apples. One day, a family passed Johnny's orchard in their covered wagon. The father stepped down from the wagon.
Sir, do you mind if we stop under the fine shade of your apple trees?
Only if you promise me one thing.
What's that?
Promise me you'll pick as many apples as you can and plant them when you reach your destination.
How can you make any money if you just give your apples away?
I don't need money. I just want to get to see apple trees sprouting across America.
You must be crazy giving apples away for nothing.
Johnny gave away hundreds of seeds to everyone who stopped by his farm. After one good crop of apples, he collected the seeds and decided he would travel west and plant apple orchards in every state he visited. He put on a gunny sack for a shirt and used a tin pot as a hat, and off he walked in his bare feet. As Johnny traveled west, he cleared some land to make a field perfect for growing apple trees. Once the trees grew strong, he collected the seeds and be on his way. Johnny made friends wherever he went. Even the Indians trusted him. One day, Johnny came upon a teepee.
Ah, then, we've heard of the kind of stories you tell. You're welcome.
Thank you. If you share a meal with me, I'll share my apple seeds with you.
Sit next to me and we'll eat and talk about what you might need on your next journey.
The next day, Johnny left the teepee and walked until sunset. It was cold, so he decided to crawl into a cave for the night. Suddenly, he bumped smack into a bear.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't disturb your sleep. I'll leave if you want me to, but it sure is cold outside.
The bear grunted and playfully patted Johnny on the head. Then he rolled over and went back to sleep.
This is the first time I've ever had a bear for a market.
One day, 3 woodsmen wandered into Johnny's camp in the forest.
We're looking for a pack of wolves. Have you seen any sign of them?
Why you're after them? Have they done any harm to you?
We're just hunting them for sport.
I think it's terrible to hunt an animal just for sport.
Why, you ain't no man. You're Silly Chicken. I can whip you with one hand tied around my back.
Anyone can fight. Let's have a real challenge. I bet I can chop down more trees in 1 hour than your men together.
What's the deal?
The 3 woodsmen and Johnny chopped away for an hour. To the woodsman's amazement, Johnny easily won the bet. Best of all, he had another field ready for planting his wonderful apple seeds.
Down south, people still talk about Big John Henry. Some folks even claim he was born with a sledgehammer in his hand. One day, the legend goes, John Henry decided to leave his family's farm and work for a railroad company.
Sir, I want to help build your railroad. Now I have a job. How much experience do you have, son? I don't have any experience. I was born knowing how. I'm a steel driving man. I'm sorry, young man, but we can't use an experienced man in our railroad. It takes 3 men to drive a spike into the ground. If you can't do it just right, you can hurt another man with your sledgehammer. Please give me a chance. I can hit that spike all by myself. Just let me prove myself. We don't need any braggers around here. Go back to where you came from.
Yep, no one can hammer on one of those spikes alone.
Just go back home and come back in a couple of years after some experience. Let me show you how. Will someone volunteer to hold in this spike for me?
I'm Little Willie. I would be proud to hold that spike for you.
John Henry lifts up his hammer, swings it over his shoulder, and brings it crashing down on top of the spike. It immediately sinks into the ground.
John Henry, I'd be proud to have you on my crew.
John Henry worked for many months on the railroad. One day, a salesman came into the workers' camp.
I'm here to talk to Captain Wolf.
Here, and what do you want?
I would like to purchase the greatest invention of breaking tunnels through the mountains.
What are you talking about?
Why, it's a steam drill. It can drill faster than any man alive.
I don't need a steam drill. I have John Henry. He's stronger than any machine ever built.
How would you like to make a wager on that? Talk is cheap. If a man can beat my steam drill, beat you for free. My steam drill wins, you have to try it.
I may be just a man, but I'll put my hammer down the day a machine can beat me.
Sir, it's a deal.
The next morning, people gathered for miles around to watch the contest between man and machine. At 7 a.m. sharp, Captain Walters blew his whistle. And the contest began. John Henry quickly swung into action, pounding his hammer rapidly into the pile of rocks. At the same time, another man began pushing the drill, powered by steam into the mountain.
It's been 2 hours. How are you doing, John?
I feel as fit as a fiddle. How's the drill doing?
The machine is a little ahead right now.
Well, then hand me another hammer. I'll use 2 at a time. This contest has just begun.
After 2 more hours,
Take a break, John Henry. The steam drill's bit just broken up. Take a while to fix.
Are you kidding? I'm just getting warmed up. I can't stop now.
and John Henry kept on hammering until sunset.
Only a few more minutes. How you feeling, John?
Like I just got up from a nap. I'm not going to let this team drill beat me.
John Henry continued to hammer harder than ever. Suddenly, Captain Walters blew his whistle. The contest was over at last.
Who's the winner? John Henry has beaten the steam drill by 3 feet.
Everyone cheered,
Yay!
but John Henry couldn't hear them. The heart of the big man stopped beating with the last swing of his powerful hammer. They buried him by the side of the railroad track. And every train that goes by whistles, there lies the sea-driving man, John Henry.
I did that wrong.